Have you had some questions about homeowners insurance that you could not find answers for?
Yeah, so today we're going to give you some tips by an insurance professional, Ben Franklin.
Hello.
All right, stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Brandon. Welcome to Monday Mortgage Matters. So today we have Ben Franklin here with us today with Alfa Insurance, and we're going to cover some of the questions that we get a lot as mortgage lenders from our borrowers. They ask questions, why do I need this homeowner insurance? All these different things. So we're going to cover those questions today with Mr. Ben.
So question number one, why would you need homeowners insurance, or why do you have to have it?
Well, the reason why you're required to have it, that's actually set up by your lender. Obviously the property is an investment from their point of view, and so they're going to want to require insurance to make sure their investment is protected. However, there are some situations where a person's home is paid for, and then it makes sense for the homeowner to protect that investment. Most of us, our home is our largest asset.
All right, Ben, so let's cover the different types of coverage. So when these borrowers get these homeowners insurance quotes, it has all these different types of things listed out. So explain to the people what this all means.
Well, for the most part, the biggest number is going to be the one that says property or dwelling, and that is the actual coverage that covers the home itself. However, you're going to notice other things on your policy, such as other structures. That would cover anything that's not attached to the home. This could be a simple shed that's in the back, or it could also be something like an in-ground pool. Another thing that we have on a policy is personal property. The way I explain that to my clients is that's everything that you move into the home when you move into it, and if you were to sell it, it's everything you take with you. So this could be couches, clothes, pots and pans, all of those type things.
And that really can add up.
Oh, absolutely it can, especially if you have kids and multiple rooms, TVs, all of those things fall under personal property or contents. Another item on the policy would be loss of use, and this is one that most people don't really know what it is. Let's just say that your home actually is damaged in a storm, let's say, or fire. While that home is being rebuilt and repaired, you still got to have a place to live. That's what loss of use does. It provides you funds to either rent an apartment or another home while your home is being repaired. Other than loss of use, the other items that are on there are things like liability and medical. Those are obviously things that you want to have in place so that if somebody were to get hurt on your property and obviously try to seek legal action against you, that's what those items are there to protect you for.
All right, Ben, so the question everybody wants to know is premium. What drives premium on a policy? What makes it cheaper? What makes it more expensive?
Well, there's a lot of things that drive the premium of your homeowner's insurance policy. One is the simple location of the home and the age of the home. Obviously, a newer home, most of the time will get a better rate. A lot of insurance companies will have additional discounts for if the home is under 10 years old. The location is very important because that's where we look at the fire department in that area, and then also claims experience in that area. If you're buying a home that's in a flood zone, obviously there's going to be a higher cost because there's a higher risk there. Or if you're buying a home that's in a neighborhood where multiple houses have been broken into, that could also cause the rate to go up. Some other things that also dictate the premium on a policy is the person's insurance score. And the insurance score is made up of a few things. One is their credit. Two is their claims experience. So if they've had multiple claims with a prior company, that can make that price go up. It can even make them not eligible for the product, So those are the things that really make out what the premium is going to be.
So kind of a follow-up question on the credit, because we get that question a lot too. Why does my credit, or how could my credit affect my insurance premium?
Well, credit dictates everything in this world, that we live in. Obviously, if you've got great credit, you're going to get a better interest rate. If you've got bad credit, not such a great interest rate.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing in the insurance world. If you have a low credit score, that can make your insurance premium be higher because the insurance company is looking at this as a risk. A person with a poor credit score is more likely to neglect repairs on the home, and those repairs become bigger repairs over time when they're neglected.
So Ben, another follow-up is deductibles. What are deductibles and how does the deductible determine your rate and affect your rate?
Well, obviously a deductible, the higher it is, the lower the premium is going to be on the policy itself. However, a deductible is just simply the responsibility of the insured in the event of a claim. So if your home is damaged in a fire and your deductible is 1% and you've got a $100,000 home, then your deductible in that case would be $1,000. So when the repairs start and we cut a check to you to pay the various companies that are repairing your home, you would notice, hey, this check is $1,000 less. Well, that's because we minused out the deductible.
Kind of like your portion, yeah. So if so somebody could save money on their premium if they had some savings set aside to cover some of that stuff. Almost like they could take a higher deductible if they had $3,000 or $4,000 saved over here. They might could take a lower premium because they can take more risk on themselves, right?
That's right. And you know, a great question that a lot of clients never get asked by their insurance agents, unfortunately, is, you know, how much are you willing to spend on repairing your house without filing a claim?
Right.
You know, if there's some damage to your home and it's $1,000 to fix it, is that really worth you filing a claim, or should that be something you just take upon yourself to get repaired?
Sure. All right, so we get this question a lot too. Can you switch your insurance once you're in a mortgage and you're kind of paying escrow and all that stuff? Like, are you locked in with that insurance company?
You're not locked in with any insurance company. As a consumer, you have the right to change your insurance on your home really at any time. However, I have seen a few mortgage companies that will only pay out an insurance premium once a year on an escrow.
Gotcha.
But those are very far and few in between, so it's really not a problem to change coverages even in the middle of the year or in the middle of that cycle.
So yeah, another question that I think is important, it doesn't get asked a lot, but it's important, is replacement cost versus actual cash value. Because a lot of people think, you know, a quote is a quote, but that's not always the case, right?
It's not always the case. Definitely, if you're purchasing an older home, some insurance companies will only be willing to offer you actual cash value. Obviously, on any home that you purchase, if it is all possible, you want a replacement cost policy. Because what this does is, in the event you have a claim, your home's not going to be depreciated. The insurance company is going to offer you the full value that's on the policy. And in some cases, even more than that if you have a preferred policy. But replacement cost is definitely the preferred type of policy that you want to get. But there are some cases where actual cash value is your only option.
Right. All right, so we talk about premium a lot today. Obviously, that's a big concern for people. What are some ways you can get discounts on that premium?
Well, everybody wants a discount, and every company has their own different version of discounts, but for the most part, all of them offer the following discounts. A combo or bundling discount, you'll get this if you have your auto with the same company that you have your home insured with. So it makes sense to do so if at all possible. Another discount that you can get is for simply having an alarm system. You think about it, a lot of homes get broke into every day. Having an alarm system, kind of as a deterrent, and therefore the insurance company, lowers your premium for having that alarm system. Another discount that you can get is for buying a brand new home. A lot of insurance companies will lower your premium for the first several years for buying a brand new home. And then, of course, longevity discounts. The longer you're with the company, there's discounts they add on. And then, of course, a sprinkler system.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of homes do not have this, but if you have a home that has a sprinkler system installed, you can get a discount for that because obviously it protects the home from fire damage in the event there was a fire. Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much for being on here today.
Absolutely.
Really, thanks, man.
Absolutely. Had a great time.
Yeah, awesome content and great information. If you want to reach out to Ben, obviously if you got questions that we didn't answer today or got follow-up stuff, post them in the comments below. You can reach out to Ben on Facebook and social media, phone, give him all that information.
Absolutely. Just simply, if you're on Facebook, Ben Franklin Alfa, and Alpha is ALFA. Also, you can just simply call me or text me, 205-965-2733. Even if you just have a general question, there's no,
No hard sell.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. You don't have to buy anything from me to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you.
Right, and I'm sure he would send you one of these cool koozies. You
That's
got to
my
follow.
koozie,
I
that's
know.
right.
Yeah, it's got a whole thing that you can take a selfie with this koozie, and he might just post it on social media.
That's right, Instagram.
That's right. So, but yeah, man. Hey, we got some gifts for you too. So
That's up.
thanks for coming on. We got this cool little water bottle
Hey,
and some cups, and you know what? Some swag. We got our own koozie.
look at that, man. Is that good?
Old school, yeah. That's the
right.
old logo of it. Yeah, no, thanks for real being on here. And yeah, so if you need anything from us, you can reach out to us at 256-734-6012, or
You can reach us online at SnyderMortgageTeam.com anytime.
that's right, 24/7. So we hope you have a great Monday and a great rest of your week. Bye.
Also, sometimes start over. I mean, am I supposed to be sitting like this?
We just
Okay, all right. All right, that's what I'm trying to do here.
By a local professional, Ben Franklin.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I guess because I have no idea which questions y'all are going to ask me first. So I'm like a little nervous. I don't know.
No.
Now, once I switch them over to me, I tell them, hey, you can never change this. But on the front end.
You can change it
Once you change
one
it,
change.
I mean, then we're locked in.
That's right. What did I do wrong?
I'm so sorry. Are we gonna have to do this whole thing over again? I thought it was recording, but it wasn't.
She's being funny. She's being funny, ain't she? Are we going through those pictures?